enjoyed that intro. We're going to get started with a clean face, and then I'm going to take one of my lightest foundations that I have, and I'm going to mix that in with some white face paint. I just got this from Amazon actually. I'm taking a really small amount because I don't want a white face, but a pretty pale face. So I'm just going to mix that on my hand. And I actually eventually started using my finger to just rub it into my skin because the white was a lot thicker than the foundation because it's face paint. So I just mixed in the white with the foundation to help blend it together. And then I realized totally skipped gluing down my eyebrows. So I'm just going to take this clear Elmer's glue. I tried purple Elmer's glue and it didn't work really well for me. I'm going to run it forward and back through my brows to make sure it's saturated in glue. And then I'm going to brush it upwards to try and flatten the hairs as much as possible. Now I'm taking some loose powder like this Coty Airspun powder just to suck out any moisture that we might have from the brows or from the glue itself. And then you'll notice I have orange brows all of a sudden. I just use that to cancel out any of the warmth or the darkness from my actual brow color. And then I'm just going to go on and paint the rest of my face with foundation. Now I'm going to go back into that loose powder, and this is a translucent powder, but I'm going to make sure that I set my whole face with it on because we have, face paint and foundation, and I want to maintain the paleness of our skin. Now I'm just going to take a really light gray color, and I'm going to start emphasizing my cheeks. So I'm looking at a reference picture right now, but I kind of make a smiley or a grin face to see exactly where my chin is. My chin. Now I'm doing my chin. I did my cheeks and now I'm emphasizing my chin. We want to look doll-like because Annabelle is a doll. So I'm trying to just create the natural shadows we already have, just emphasize them. So the best way to do this is to make a face because that is how we see the natural shadows. And now I'm also going to create some shadows on the sides and the bottom of my lip because Annabelle has shadows there. And look at that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and start shaping the eye. So Annabelle, like I said, is a doll. She has really large eyes. So I go in with that light gray color and I kind of just try and mark where my eyes are going to be. I try and go way higher than my crease, almost touching my brow. And we want to make it kind of circular to replicate a doll-like eye. And you want to start off with this gray, this light gray, just to make sure if there's any mistakes you can cover it. And I'm actually really glad that I contoured my nose. I didn't think I was going to do this, but I'm glad I did because Annabelle has a way skinnier, nose than I do, so I'm glad I did that as well. And now I'm going to go in with a darker gray. This is from the Lock 2 Pro palette, and I'm going to start emphasizing my eyes. So we already created the base shape with the light gray, and now I'm going to go in with a darker gray to start the actual shading. So what I'm doing next is I'm just putting down a neutral brown all over my lids because essentially our eyes are going to be all black and gray. But this step you don't have to do. I just wanted to do to make sure that the eye didn't get too dark or too intense too fast. So this is just a personal step. Then I'm just going to go ahead and apply some lashes. I'm using Queen Bee lashes from Coco. And I'm just going to put on my lashes now so I can get a better understanding of what I want my eyes to look like and what they look like with the lashes on already, so I can know how big I want my eyes to look or how small I want them to look and where to put the shading and whatnot. Like I said, our eye is basically going to be a black eye, black and gray smoky eye. So I'm going to take just any matte black shadow, and I'm going to run that over my whole lid. And then once I get towards the top, I'll take a blending brush and just make sure that it's blended out so there's no harsh lines or anything, and just continuing to go back with the black. Then I'm going to take either this jumbo eye pencil from NYX or a white eyeliner. I'm going to put the eyeliner on my waterline, my lower waterline, and also underneath it, like past my bottom lash line, because we are trying to mimic the eyes of a doll. So we're trying to make it look bigger by using white to extend our eyeballs, if that makes any sense. Afterwards, I'm just going to take the same black shadow on a small detail brush, and I'm going to run it underneath the white line to mimic a lash line. Now I'm just going to put on some lower lashes onto our fake lower lash line. I wanted to do this because I feel like lower lashes really make our eyes look bigger, and that's what you want for a doll. And then now we're going to go into brows. I'm taking a liquid liner because Annabelle's brows are pretty thin, so I'm making very thin Sharpie-like brows, which is basically the same thing since we're using an eyeliner. And then of course, just go ahead and do the same thing for the other eyebrow. Now I went back in with that darker gray from the Lorac Pro palette, and I just intensified all of my shading to create more definition. After that, I'm going to go back into the other eye that we haven't done, so all the black shadows, all the blending, all the white to emphasize the eyes, make them look bigger, and the lash line. Now for blush, this is an Estee Lauder blush. The color will be down below, I don't remember, but obviously for a doll, she has very bright doll-like blush. And then you just want to make sure to put it right on the apples of the cheeks to make it look doll-like. Annabelle, of course, has red lipstick. This is Kate Moss lipstick, I believe, Kiss of Life. I'm going to put that on. Later on, I'm also going to tap some black shadow on it just so it's not so clean. Now that is everything for Annabelle. I just made sure to make a creepy face to make sure everything looked good. And then I went ahead and put on my wig. And that is everything for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!